You traveled to the battle through the heavens world, once a rare genius in 100 years. Overnight, you became a useless one-star Do-Ki weakling, even 2 levels lower than your prodigy cousin, Zhao Yan. But you didn't care at all, because as a transmigrator, deep down, just stick with the protagonist and you'll reach the top. While you were imagining all this, a soul suddenly appeared from your ring. He asked you about the current state of the Zhao clan. You were shocked to discover he was actually Zhao Zhuan, ancestor of the Zhao family. Right then, you're standing in front of the test monument. Bright letters flash across the huge stone tablet.
Test result 1-star Do-Ki.
The crowd exploded around the low-rank plaza. Mocking and ridicule flooded in like a tsunami. But you didn't pay any attention to the insults around you. Only you can see the dark red, semi-transparent figure hovering above. He gazes down at you from above. Kid, I'm talking to you. A stern-looking middle-aged man frowned slightly. His deep voice boomed straight into your mind. Suppressing your shock, you quickly cut off contact with the outside world. From the stands, Zhao Yan, who has 3-star Do-Ki, looked at you helplessly with a bitter smile. He clearly hadn't noticed the anomaly above. You took a deep breath, walked off the test platform through waves of laughter. You patted his shoulder. The two of you left the plaza quickly under strange looks. Avoiding the noisy crowd, you both slumped at the cliff's edge behind the mountain. The sunlight was blinding. Zhao Yan clenched his fists unwillingly, looking out towards the direction of Wooten City. You notice the black ring on his left hand. A smile appears on your lips. You look him straight in the eyes and say seriously, Zhao Yan, remember this? 30 years east of the river, 30 years west of the river. Let's see what happens when fate turns. Zhao Yan suddenly looks up. A flicker of surprise crosses his eyes. He nods seriously. Light footsteps come closer. The lovely Zhao Zunner appears nearby. She brings news that shakes things up. An honored guest has arrived at the clan. Uncle is searching for Zhao Yan everywhere. Your eyes flicker slightly. Your heart races uncontrollably. Nailin Yunran is here. Canceling the engagement, the future of the Flame Emperor begins. You quickly say you'll be there soon, and urge Xiaoyan and Zunner to go ahead. You watch their backs disappear into the woods. Everything falls silent again. You slowly lift your left hand. That quiet ring starts trembling again. Strange dark red energy floods out wildly. Powerful waves force you to step back. That overwhelming soul breaks through and fully materializes. Forget it, I fell 1,000 years ago. If it wasn't for your Do-Ki nourishing me, I wouldn't have awakened. The middle-aged man stares coldly at you. His angry aura scatters the stones at your feet. He slowly names the one that once shook the continent. I am called Zhao Zhuan. Hearing Zhao Zhuan's name, you shudder suddenly. You force yourself to stay calm. Bow respectfully and salute. The semi-transparent Zhao Zhuan flashes to your side. His soul trembles with excitement. But when you tell him the strongest in the Zhao family is only a 5-star Do-Shi, the fire in his eyes instantly goes out. He learns you only have 1 level of Do-Ki. Zhao Zhuan looks shocked. Right after, a surge of powerful red energy floods out around him. Warm energy rushes into your nose and mouth. You feel your whole body tingle. Wild, joyful energy fills your limbs instantly. You snap your eyes open. Clench your fist tightly. You're back in the realm of Do-Ki. Zhao Zhuan turns into red smoke and enters your ring. You push open the heavy wooden door of the guest hall. An icy chill hits you. Above, Nailin Yunrang glances at you with disdain. She arrogantly offers a Cloud Sect admission spot, trying to trade that for Zhao Yan's acceptance of the breakup. Zhao Yan trembles with anger. His clenched jaw shows deadly resolve. You suddenly jump forward, blocking Zhao Yan. Nailin Yunran's face reddens. She just offered to delay the 3-year agreement. But you turn and signal Zhao Yan with a glance. Zhao Yan gets your meaning. He quickly rushes to the table. He draws his short sword and cuts his left hand. Red blood instantly stains the white paper. It's not you breaking off the engagement today. It's me, Zhao Yan, ending it with you. He slams the blood-stained letter onto the table. Nailin Yunran's eyes widen in shock. She goes into a rage, never having been so humiliated. Blue Do-Ki coils around her waist like a snake. She doesn't hold back anymore. Her arms burst with bright red Do-Ki. Standing firm, everyone in the hall takes a sharp breath. Elder Jie the of the Cloud sect reaches for his sword. From the main seat, Zhao Zan releases strong pressure and stops him. Zhao Yi is single-minded about Doki. You shout loudly. Nalin Yunran snaps out 3 blue light whips. You grit your teeth and attack instead of retreat. Your iron fist, wrapped in red Doki, shreds the light whips and smashes into the blue shield. Wild energy explodes loudly. It flips the stone tiles under both of you. Zhao Zan stands up quickly at the change. He shouts to end the fight. Nalin Yunran bites her lip hard. Reluctantly retracts her blue Doki. She glares at Zhao Yi coldly. Hopes that 3 years from now, she see you at Cloud Sect. You just smile softly. Of course. Behind the Zhao clan, you casually hold a blade of grass in your mouth. Faced with Zhao Yan's curious eyes, you laugh and make up that your Doki never vanished. Just needed time to explode. Zhao Yan, skeptical, tries to gather his weak Doki. After a while, he lets go of his fists in defeat. Bitterness written all over his face. You pat his shoulder again, looking him straight in those unwilling eyes. When autumn comes, September 8. After my flowers bloom, all flowers bloom. Zhao Yan nods, half understanding. Zun'er finds you too. You walk together under the sunset down the mountain, entering the Zhao clan's main hall. Zhao Zan sits high in the grand chair, his eyes full of power, now shine with excitement. He eagerly asks about your Doki recovery, hoping to find some hope for Zhao Yan in the darkness. When you say it's just personal luck, Zhao Zan can't hide his disappointment. The 3 elders who usually ignore you now wear fanatical expressions and rush to suggest shifting all clan resources toward you. You coldly watch their changing faces, feeling disgusted inside. Night falls like water. You stand by the window, watch Zhao Yan sneaking alone to the mountain behind. Knowing that the old medicine spirit in his black ring is about to awaken, you return to your bed. Blood-red energy fills the air again. Zhao Zhuan's semi-transparent body takes shape. Hearing about a little Do Wang from the Cloud Sect, you even dare come to break off the engagement. This legend from 1,000 years ago looks on with disdain. Suddenly his eyes turn sharp. He quickly looks toward the back mountain. Seems another soul is awakening there. He knows that's Yao Lao.
He shakes his head, refusing the suggestion to check it out.
Zhao Zhuan gives you a deep look, leaving just one line. Go reach Do Wang. I'll grant you a great opportunity. Then he turns into smoke and returns inside. Morning sunlight slants down. A transformed Zhao Yan stands outside your door.
His clear eyes
shine with a wild confidence regained. You all head out with Zun'er, stepping into the bustling street, and run right into Galio's pervy grin. Galio shamelessly reaches out his dirty hand, trying to touch Zun'er's fair face. Your gaze instantly goes cold. You grab his wrist in a flash. Shout coldly, get lost. Who do you think you are? Oh, it's just the 2 Zhao losers. Galio breaks free. He proudly points to his 1-star fighter badge, laughing arrogantly. But his laughter dies suddenly. You explode with a solid red Doki. You don't bother talking. Your movements are silent like a ghost, with crisp snapping sounds. Your fierce slap smacks Galio's face again and again. He staggers backward from the hits, crashing into a wine jar on the street. Red wine splatters everywhere. This 1-star fighter can't fight back at all. He can only run away, humiliated under the Zhao clan guard's pressure. Deep at night in a dark cave, you crazily absorb the energy around you. With a muffled sound inside your body, you snap your eyes open. Break through to 2-star fighter. Zhao Zhuan slowly appears. He instantly sees through Zun'er's ancient bloodline secret and curses Jiu Yuan for sending his daughter to Tusha Valley like hell. You just keep forcing out a wry smile. Zhao Zhuan waves his hand. A long spear tears open the air. It floats right above your head. This spear is called Dragon Abyss Array Breaker. You grab the cold, 1,000-year iron shaft. A transparent, golden dragon wraps the spear. Scales glint under the moonlight. 9 bronze dragon heads swirl as you move it, letting out a low dragon roar. On the spear's triple-edged tip, a cold blue glow almost cuts the air. You run your hand over the deep-sea handle, listening to Zhao Zhuan talk about the tragic failure of the clan's bloodline to reach Do Emperor 1,000 years ago. If your ancestor could do it again, would you regret it? You look up, locking eyes with those weathered ones. Zhao Zhuan laughs wildly at the sky. His transparent body radiates unstoppable dominance under the moon. Any regrets? Better to fight than sit and wait for death. Might as well give it all you've got. His deafening laughter echoes for a long time in the valley. Your whole body's boiling with passion. You clench your fists, Dragon Abyss Array Breaker in hand. When the spear thrusts, it's like a dragon. Its sharp energy shatters all the falling leaves. You put away the spear, with a sly smirk at your lips, looking up at Zhao Zhuan floating above. You ask for a powerful Do technique. Zhao Zhuan chuckles lightly. He tosses down a scroll glowing blue. Earth Rank Ultimate Do Technique, Dragon Abyss Skybreaker. Your mind is instantly pulled into the scroll's space. You master the Dragon Abyss spear moves, almost comparable to Heaven Rank. But then you see you need at least Do Wang to start. You complain helplessly, but Zhao Zhuan just grins. With a casual wave, he directly changes the first technique, breaking the limit rule of Dragon Abyss Awakening. He literally makes it so even a 2-star fighter like you can barely trigger it. The night is a little chilly. You grip the Dragon Abyss spear tightly. The spear vibrates in your hand, resonating with your own Do Ki, creating a fierce resonance. Zhao Zhuan becomes a strict tutor, scolding and correcting your moves from mid-air. Every stab, poke, or a sweep carries a pressing edge. Sweat soaks through your black training outfit. Dead tired, you grit your teeth, eyes locked on the spear tip, determined to master the first move tonight. Zhao Zhuan sees that headstrong look in your eyes, almost like seeing his old self from 1,000 years ago, the one who risked it all for the Zhao clan. A trace of emotion flickers in his eyes. He forcefully stops your training and seriously reminds you the value of patience and growth. Next half a month, you train like crazy day and night, switching between spear practice and refining Do Ki. You wield a spear with wild power, even barely catch the basics of awakening technique. This morning, the door is suddenly flung open. Jia Yan, missing for half a month, shows up in good spirits. That sharp aura of a genius is back in his eyes. With one look, you see he's reached Do Ki stage 4. Both of you burst out laughing. Zhao Yan then uses picking a Do technique as an excuse and grabs you off to the clan's Do technique hall. You push open the heavy hall door. A wave of cheers hits you. In the center of the training ground, Zunner explodes Do Ki from her palm. A fierce golden strike blasts Xiao Ning, stage 8, out of the ring. You can't help but clap and cheer at the side. Dirty and bruised, Zhao Ning scrambles up and spots your beaming smile. He clearly doesn't know you've regained your Do Ki. Thinks you're still a weakling at stage 1, wanting to save face in front of Zunner.
He walks straight up to you,
full of scorn and mockery. You and Zhao Yan aren't even qualified to pick a Do technique. You stay calm and expose his fake pride in front of everyone. You only have your level because the elder fed you herbs. And you target us here, just to get Zunner's attention. That's just childish. A wave of quiet laughs goes around. Zhao Ning's face turns from green to purple. He completely loses control. He shouts your name with bloodshot eyes.
His stage 8 Do Ki bursts out.
He clenches his fist and throws it at your face. This is a Zhao family matter today. No place for the elder's branch to meddle. Zhao Yan's cold voice is like a thunderclap. Zhao Ning's face, puffy from years of pills, gets even redder, turning totally red in a flash. All stage 8 Do Ki force bursts out without holding back. You two losers. What, eat something weird today? How dare you talk to me like that? He shouts angrily, raising his hand with a gust of force, swings it right at Zhao Yan's face. A loud smack. Zhao Yi appears next to Zhao Yan in a flash, his right hand as solid as steel, firmly grips Zhao Ning's wrist. Zhao Ning, if you keep this up, don't blame me for not treating you as family. Zhao Ning struggles hard, but can't move at all, eyes wide with shock, total disbelief on his face. Zhao Yi, how dare you threaten me? A loser with just one level of Do Ki dares fight me. 1 level of Do Ki. Zhao Yi just smirked in anger. A solid red Do Ki burst fiercely around him. Power of a 2-star fighter. His aura swept the place like a raging storm. In my eyes, you're not even worth a damn. Before Zhao Ning could react, Zhao Yi's iron fist blasted out like a cannon, accompanied by a sharp, painful scream. Zhao Ning was sent flying like a broken kite. He slammed heavily into the stone slabs at the training ground edge. Blood sprayed everywhere. Zhao Yi closed in step by step. Zhao Ning totally panicked. Tried to use the Grand Elder's name to protect himself. But Zhao Yi only sneered. That right foot, wrapped in blinding red light, stomped down without mercy. The sickening sound of breaking bones echoed through the dojo. Today I'll cripple a leg of yours. Take it as a lesson. Zhao Yi pulled his foot back coldly. Didn't even glance at Zhao Ning rolling on the ground. Turned and left quickly with Xiao Yan and Zheng E. Late at night, inside a dim cave, Zhao Yi sat cross-legged. A scroll shining red floated before him. It's a beginner Earth-class technique, Yang Burn Sky, bestowed to him by Zhao Zhuan earlier that day. He heard Zhao Zhuan's other move. That peerless skill only cultivatable with a true flame. The heavenly flame triple change. That thought set Zhao Yi's heart ablaze.
He even boldly asked Zhao Zhuan.
If there was a chance to revive it, this half-step Dou emperor from 1,000 years ago looked shocked, then laughed to the heavens. But that laugh was tinged with the sadness of a faded hero. He took a deep breath. Zhao Yi focused and calmed himself, and began to draw energy into his core. In a flash, a wave of magma-like burning force surged up, charging wildly through his meridians. Zhao Yi's muscles tensed up instantly. Veins popped on his forehead. Cold sweat poured down like rain. That raging heat felt like it would burn all his insides. Keep burning, stay alive. Steady your heart fire. Mitter, Zhao Zhuan shouted angrily. Zhao Yi clenched his teeth hard. Blood at his lips, but he never backed down. Used all his strength to move his slim Dou Qi inside. Like a tiny boat in a stormy sea, he held out against that intense burning pain inside. Steady, he roared hoarsely. Suddenly, Zhao Yi burst out with dazzling scarlet light. A wisp, faint but pure, of red flame. Finally stabilized deep in his dantian. Zhao Yi collapsed, totally spent, gasping for air. But his eyes sparkled with wild joy. He didn't rest. Instead, he drew out the Longyuan spear. The cold metal felt heavy in his grip. Zhao Yi forced himself up, pain all over. Under moonlight, the spearhead cut the air, making a sharp hissing noise, echoing through the valley. In midair, Zhao Zhuan watched that tireless and unyielding young figure. His deep eyes finally revealed unconcealed excitement and anticipation. This boy is destined for Dou Emperor greatness. At dawn, you wake to the butler pounding hurriedly on your door. You're led to the hall. Zhao Zan and 3 elders sit up front. Yesterday's crippled Zhao Ning is lying in pain on a long bench. Grand Elder, furious, slams the table and stands, and demands if you know your guilt. You nod calmly and admit it, not a hint of panic in your eyes. Your attitude makes the Grand Elder even angrier. He roars that Zhao Ning is the clan's future genius. You just sneer and mock him with no mercy, saying he's just a fake, built up by medicines, and boldly claimed if it were you lying there yesterday, the Grand Elder wouldn't care at all. The Grand Elder shook with rage, pointed and cursed it at you. At that critical moment, Zhao Zan suddenly slapped his chair. A surge of Dou Qi silenced everyone. Enough, Grand Elder. Are you really going to attack a junior? With Zhao Zan, the 5-star Dou Master, protecting you, the Grand Elder could only swallow his anger. Once things calmed down, Zhao Zan called you to the side room, his eyes full of proud smiles. He could tell at a glance. You've reached 2 stars. Then, he personally took you to Wutan City's biggest auction house, the middle auction house, in the VIP seats. You even saw leaders from the Jialai and Abe clans, and caught sight of someone in the top balcony. That mysterious black-robed figure. Zhao Zhuan's voice echoed in your mind, pointing out that this black-robed man carried a soul signature you knew well, and a hint of a strange fire's aura. You couldn't help smiling, knowing that under that robe was Xiao Yan and Yao Lao. The auction was booming with excitement. When Chief Auctioneer Ye Fei entered, the whole place went nuts. When the Tier 2 pill foundation building liquid was shown, Zhao Zan's eyes blazed with heat. No matter how Jia Lai or Abba bid, he never backed down. Finally claimed it with a massive bid of 40,000 gold, all to help Zhao Yan recover and strengthen. The final item, an advanced Wen-class Xuan skill wind roll technique, stunned the crowd. Starting bid, 200,000 gold. You know you already have DJ skills from Zhao Zhuan. Plus, wind element doesn't fit you. So you kept tugging Zhao Zan's sleeve to stop him. But Zhao Zan just gently patted your hand. His eyes said he wouldn't change his mind. Before everyone shocked, Zhao Zan outbid them all and bought the wind roll technique for a sky-high 500,000 gold. When you left the auction, he handed you the scroll carefully. His eyes were full of love and hope. Now you're our Zhao family's hope. Wind roll is wind element. But when you leave Wu Tan City one day, trade it for a fire skill that suits you. Treat this as a gift from your uncle. You grip the scroll tightly, feeling tears prickle your nose. When Zhao Zan left, you quickly put on a wide black robe and slipped to the auction's back door. Soon, that familiar figure strode out. You rushed after him. Zhao Yan noticed and sped up, vanishing after turning into a dark alley. Who are you? Why are you following me? An old voice boomed out in the alley. A ball of icy white fire tore through the air, shooting straight at your face. Right at the last second, red light burst from your fingertips. A terrifying soul force instantly shattered the white flame. What a scary soul force. Zhao Yan, run. Yao Lao's stunned voice echoed in Zhao Yan's mind. Seeing that Zhao Yan is about to escape, you quickly stop him. Zhao Zu wants to fight back and rips off the black robe, then shouts Zhao Yanzi into the alley. No need to hide. It's me. Zhao Yan suddenly freezes in place, turns back in disbelief. Just as you finish speaking, he flashes to stand right in front of you and pulls off the disguising black robe. How can it be you, bro? Zhao Yan looks stunned. I thought I was being hunted just now. Seeing him all shaken up, you can't help but laugh. This isn't a safe place to talk. Let's go to our old spot, the familiar Zhao clan back mountain. The night breeze sweeps across the grass by the cliff. You two sit by the edge as always. Zhao Yan just can't hide his confusion and keeps asking how you recognized him. You roll your eyes at him and ask back about that white flame. Where did it come from? You share a glance and both burst out laughing. The laughter fades. Zhao Yan takes a deep breath and softly calls out, Teacher, come on out, we know you're there. That black robe starts to glow white. A figure in white, Yao Chun, slowly appears. This once mighty medicine master of Zhangzhou now watches you closely, looking serious. You give a slight smile. And from your fingertips pocket world, unleash a shocking soul aura too. Ancestor, he's also a member of the Zhao clan. Would you show yourself? A dark red light shoots skyward. The oppressive figure of Zhao Zhuan stands proudly in the air. The moment he appears, Yao Leo's face changes. His own soul senses go on high alert. This translucent figure must have been terrifyingly strong in life. Zhao Zhuan's deep gaze sweeps over Yao Lao, and he calmly states the truth. 11th on the Heavenly Flame ranking. Bone Spirit Cold Flame. So you're from the Yao clan. Yao Leo is shaken to his core, dares not slack off at all, and quickly bows with respect, telling his background honestly. When Zhao Zhuan finds out he's a top-rank alchemist, he isn't surprised at all. He just laughs and says, even the Yao clan leader is nothing but an old man. He speaks with total authority. May I know your name, sir? Yao Lao trembles from nerves.
The name Zhao Zhuan hits him.
Like a thundering bolt deep into his soul. 1,000 years ago, the Zhao clan leader almost became a Dou emperor. Yao Leo can't help but deeply bow, his voice full of awe. Junior Yao Chen greets clan leader Zhao Zhuan. Zhao Yan is completely dumbfounded on the side. He just can't figure out why the teacher who once trashed Dongqing Valley is now bowing so low. With your reminder, Zhao Yan quickly salutes his ancestor. Zhao Zhuan learns Yao Lao took Zhao Yan as a student and nods with approval. Then he changes the subject, looking over at you. So, what do you think of this kid's talent? He's got plenty of fire and wood energy in him. Yao Leo gets what he means right away and quickly agrees to teach you alchemy and doesn't hold back on praising your talent. Just going with the flow. A few words, and the plan to study alchemy with Yao Lao is set. Night falls. Inside a cave, you follow Zhao Zhuan's guidance to train your Dou Qi. While he tells stories of the ancient 8 clans, hearing that Zhao Zhuan was nearly a Dou emperor, Zhao Yan is totally shocked. You pat his shoulder and set a promise to clear your name at the coming-of-age ceremony in 3 months. The next morning, Yao Leo officially tests your soul perception. 3 lights dart into the grass. You find them all in just a few seconds. And when identifying mind grass, your soul's resonance with the herbs leaves Yao Leo speechless. When he hears you need to strengthen your body, Yao Leo instantly hands over a tier 4 pill, the Tonglai Lingyan pill recipe. Seeing that expensive herb list, it hurts a little, but you remember it anyway, and decide to tackle it all. In the upcoming family test, time flies by. The last trial before the ceremony arrives. Early morning, lovely Zunner knocks on your door. Now he has reached Doji stage. Seeing how you came back so fast from losing your power, almost back to your peak in less than a year, his big eyes are full of admiration. On the huge training ground, the crowd is packed. You and Zunner spot the serious-faced Jiayan in the crowd. He got here early, huh? You laugh softly and walk up to him with Zunner. You pat Zhao Yan's shoulder, giving him a confident look. Don't stress, you'll kick everyone's butt today. On the platform, Zhao Zan stands with hands clasped behind him, watching Zhao Yan in the crowd with a heavy gaze, and quietly wonders if he'll make it today. The first elder kept making snarky comments on the side. He complained that Zhao Zan spent 500,000 gold coins to buy a Zhuan rank skill for Zhao Yi. He said it was way too extravagant. Zhao Zan snapped right back at him without mercy. Short-sighted. He said straight up, if there was a better technique, he'd pay 1 million, no problem. The first elder looked furious after getting put in his place. He could only mumble under his breath. Even with the foundation elixir, Zhao Yan still couldn't reach stage 7. Zhao Zan scoffed coldly. A 5-star Do Master's aura instantly crushed his spirit. No one else dared to speak. The testing ceremony had officially started. Zhao Mei and limping Zhao Ning both hit stage 8 of Doki. Zhao Ning hobbled onto the platform, causing a wave of gossip. Yu and Zhao Yan exchanged a smile, mocking his lack of progress this whole year. Then Zunner got on stage. A blinding golden light flashed as 1-star Do practitioner appeared on the stone tablet. The crowd went wild. A 15-year-old Do practitioner. That kind of talent is just insane. Finally, it was Xiao Yan's turn. Everyone held their breath, staring intently. The stone tablet flashed. Doki stage 7. Zhao Zan's nerves finally relaxed. He clenched his fist in excitement. The first elder looked disappointed, wanting to trash the mood. But Zhao Zan shot him a death glare, shutting him down instantly. The whole place went silent. Zhao Ning absolutely lost his mind. Bro, it's your turn. You're today's grand finale. Zhao Yan hopped down from the testing platform with ease and winked at you. You smiled back. With everyone's eyes on you, you calmly walked forward. The moment you touched the stone tablet, a light even brighter than Zunner's test exploded out several times stronger. A huge burst of energy filled the room. 3-star Do practitioner. Everyone froze. No one could believe their eyes. In just 1 year, you went from Doki stage 1 to 3-star Do practitioner. All those who mocked you before could only feel their faces burning with shame. Zhao Zan burst out laughing. He turned and asked the first elder if that 500,000 was worth it. The first elder could only force a fake smile. The test was over. Zhao Zan announced that whoever failed could challenge someone else. Right then, a clear female voice cut through the noise. Group leader, can I also pick anyone to challenge? The crowd made way, and Zhao Yu, dressed in a red outfit, stepped forward. You exchanged a look with Zhao Yan, both of you smirking a little. Zhao Ning's big sister came back from Jianan Academy looking for payback. The first elder quickly took advantage and approved this not-so-by-the-book challenge. Zhao Yu pointed her sword at you and challenged you loudly. You reassured the worried Zunner, then calmly accepted. On the stage, 3-star Do practitioner Zhao Yu drew her steel sword, ready to fight. You moved like a ghost, easily dodging his proud, high-level yellow rank Do technique. You even had time to taunt him between dodges. That's all you learned at Jianan Academy. Zhao Yu got pissed. Her metal sword slashed right for your leg. You flipped your wrist, and the Longyuan spear appeared out of nowhere, with a clash of steel. Her sword shattered like rotten wood. Zhao Yu was shocked and angry. She went straight for her Zhuan rank low-level skill, blood python icy palm. A giant blood python shadow appeared behind her. The first elder jumped up to say that Zhao Yu would know her limits. You stared at that bloody snake, your eyes turning cold. Fierce red Doki burst from your spear. Long Yuan break the vault. First move, Long Yuan awakening. The pressure of a Terran-level Do technique crashed down. A faint dragon silhouette swirled at your spear tip. Even the sky changed color. Zhao Zan was shocked by this terrifying technique he'd never seen. You swung your arm, and a blazing red slash cut through the air, tearing the python shadow apart like paper. The attack kept coming, aimed straight at Zhao Yu. Boom! The arena exploded in smoke and debris. The first elder tried to rush the stage in panic, but Zhao Zan blocked him back. When the smoke cleared, you stood tall, spear in hand. Zhao Yu was totally unharmed, except her outfit was shredded by that surge of energy, exposing her pale thigh. You chuckled, cousin Zhao Yu. After all these years, your legs still look as good as ever. Zhao Yu blushed with shame and instantly covered up, but didn't dare show any more defiance. She knew clearly that if you hadn't held back, she'd already be dead. The first elder saw his granddaughter was fine, and swallowed his anger, still looking furious. This total stomp scared everyone stiff. No one dared to challenge you or Zhao Yan again. You pinched Zanara's cheek, asking her to cover for you. Then you and Zhao Yan snuck out of the training grounds. The whole reason you came was to go to the metal auction house and collect the ingredients for a Tier 4 pulse elixir. You put on your usual black cloak, and with Yao Liu's help, you two slipped easily into the auction house's VIP room. A moment later, Ye Fei in a red cheongsam entered. She greeted Zhao Yan and Yao Lao like an old friend, then fixed her enchanting eyes on you. She asked sweetly, "Mister, is this elder here for some medicine?" A croaky elderly voice replied slowly, "He's a friend of mine." Ye Fei smiled seductively, bowed respectfully, giving you quite an eyeful. But you stayed calm. You looked unfazed, hair silver as snow. Zhao Yan, in his black cloak, handed over the Tier 4 recipe in Yao Lao's croaky voice. Ye Fei agreed right away, but looked a bit troubled. She said some of the herbs, like the century-old condensing flower, were all reserved by the GLI family leader. It would take at least 3 months to gather everything. You smirked secretly, knowing full well GLI hired alchemist Liu Shi for a fortune, just to squeeze out the Zhao family. You gave Zhao Yan a look, then left without hesitation. You told them you'd be back for the medicine in a few days. That night, in the cold winds behind Wu-Tan City, you stopped cultivating and looked up at the ghostly figure of Xiao Zhuan. You grinned like a madman. "Ancestor, are you up for something big tonight?" Except for GLI's crew. Zhao Zhuan was stunned at first, then burst out laughing arrogantly. For the Zhao family, this former half-step Do emperor didn't hesitate at all to break the rule that ancient powerhouses couldn't intervene, and threw it right out the window. With no moon and wild wanes, you donned a white-black cloak and stormed into the GLI estate like a god of death. Your Long Yuan spear flashed coldly, splitting their golden sign in two in a blink. A bunch of vicious guards stormed out, Doki surged in your palm, and your 3-star Do practitioner's power exploded. You darted through them like a ghost, your spear striking like a viper. In a flash, you took out several throats. Facing the endless wave of guards, your eyes turned sharp. You activate Long Yuan right away. The dragon pattern on the black spear suddenly lights up. Blinding golden light, dragon-shaped flames burst out half a foot from the tip. You swing the spear hard. The wild flame tears through the air, unstoppable. In an instant, it blasts the fleeing guards and the solid courtyard wall. Everything blows up into ruins. This world-shaking noise finally draws out the Samsung warrior Jolly Bai. His eyes almost burst with rage. His whole aura explodes.
He charges at you, roaring.
But you stand your ground, unmoved, silently calling on your ancestors. In a flash, blinding red light bursts from your fingertips' inner world. A mighty ancient force rushes madly into your limbs. You let out a low growl of pain. When you raise your head again, you're surrounded by a sea of crimson fire. The stone slabs beneath your feet crack apart. Those once clear eyes of yours now turn icy cold and indifferent, staring down fiercely. Sensing this earth-shaking pressure, Jolly Bai's arrogance vanishes instantly. His knees buckle. He drops to the ground, begging for his life like crazy. Just dirtying my hands. You hear Zhao Zhuan's commanding voice coming from your lips. You lightly raise your right hand, without using any special skills. Jolly Bai and every surviving family member are crushed at once by an unseen force. The blood mist hasn't even hit the ground yet. It gets burned to nothing by your red aura. The red light fades like a tide. Zhao Zhuan's soul leaves your body. You're left completely drained, gasping for air, enduring the pain in your veins. Looking at the ruins where nothing of the Jolly family remains, you're filled with shock. Right then, from deep in the rubble, a sleazy complaining voice suddenly rings out. What's Jolly Bai doing making noise in the middle of the night? Ruining my plans. You jerk your head up, staring at a sloppy, filthy man, with a wicked, ugly face. On your pain-pale face, a wild look of excitement flashes instantly. Liu Shi, early morning. You're shaken awake by Zhao Yan while still half asleep. He excitedly announces the downfall of the Jolly and Aba families, both destroyed overnight. Seeing his shocked look, you casually credit this amazing feat to your ancestor Zhao Zhuan. After hearing that, Zhao Yan feels even more awe for the legendary half-step Dou Emperor. After getting ready, you and Zhao Yan put on black cloaks again and head straight to the middle auction house. As soon as Yafei sees you, she puts on her signature charming smile and greets you. Miss Yafei, I'm here today, still for that batch of herbs. Yao Leo rasps in at just the right moment. Yafei rolls her eyes, then throws out a bright surprise. Sir, you've come at the perfect time. The Jolly clan leader suddenly cancelled his herb order, and even left his deposit. All the herbs you need are included. With that, she tells her staff to bring all the herbs over. Looking at the neat row of purple ginseng and tongmai vine, 100-year condensed flower and second-rank beast core, a trace of golden light flashes in your eyes. Finally, you got the herbs. Yao Leo said he'd settle the payment, but Ye Fei just generously waived the bill, all to befriend this mysterious high-level alchemist. You guys keep it simple. After thanking her, you head home loaded with herbs, back at the Zhao family's rear mountain. Looking at the precious herbs in front of you, you can't wait to try them. Curious about the taste of the Tier 4 Meridian Vitality pill, Yao Leo and Zhao Zhuan show up together. They both decide you should try making it yourself. You're forced into a tough spot. You can't help but complain. No heavenly flame, no cauldron, and almost zero alchemy experience. Going straight for a Tier 4 pill. This sounds impossible. But under their pressure and tempting offers, you have no choice but to go for it. You take on the mission that seems impossible. Yao Leo does a demo first. The Black Demon Cauldron, ranked 8th on the Heavenly Cauldron list, appears out of thin air. Bone-chilling spectral flames dance eerily under the cauldron. With his skillful control, the 4 rare herbs look almost alive. They swirl and mix in the fire. At last they transform into a light blue pill with a strong medicinal aroma. Did you catch that? Yao Leo flicks his finger. The pill lands steadily in your palm. You're about to pop it in your mouth, but an invisible force snatches it away. Kid, your job isn't done yet. Start refining. Zhao Zhuan's stern voice rings out. Yao Leo tosses you a bronze cauldron, cutting off your last escape route. You sigh helplessly, sitting cross-legged, taking a deep breath, following Yao Leo's demonstration. You toss the meridian vine into the cauldron. Start running the burning sun art. Your battle energy fire mixes with a pure wisp of heart flame. It flares up instantly under the cauldron. It's not as fierce as the ancient spirit flame, but with your precise control, the meridian vine starts to melt. Pure medicinal essence is extracted bit by bit. Seeing this scene, Zhao Zhuan and Zhao Lao exchange a look in midair. They both see deep shock in each other's eyes. Such skill controlling the fire for your first try. This talent is crazy. Even Han Feng, who Yao Leo once treated as his successor, can't compare. You focus all your attention, carefully controlling your battle energy flame, trying to find the right temp to refine iron flower and a stage 2 beast core. Sweat keeps dripping down your face. Yao Leo harshly coaches you on the fire. This step really tests your fire control. It's tough for a total rookie like you. No idea how long it takes. But finally, in your mind, you sense a mystical balance. Your red battle flame turns into a bright scarlet star-like fire. Under this blazing sun flame, iron flower and beast core melt fast, turning into golden vapor, blending perfectly with the medicinal essence. Seeing you use heart flame in alchemy, Yao Leo is stunned. He calls you a natural-born alchemy genius. Hang on for the last step, forming the pill. You grit your teeth, pouring out all your energy and heart flame. You form a giant flaming hand inside the cauldron, brutally squeezing all the medicinal essence together. As the fire fades, a pill, not very pretty, but definitely a meridian vitality pill with real tier 4 pill energy, lies quietly at the bottom of the cauldron. You shout in excitement. First try and you made a tier 4 pill. That's insane. Even Yao Leo can't stop praising you. Late at night, you swallow the pill you made. A wild but warm energy surges inside you. Your battle strength skyrockets visibly, breaking through 5 stars. The fighters watch you jump 2 levels at once. Zhao Zhuan nods in approval and drops a huge opportunity your way. The soul cultivation art left by the Zhao ancestors. Soul connection, heaven's peerage, you. Accept the book-like red scroll without hesitation. With Zhao Zhuan guiding you, you use your soul power to unlock the restriction and see a harsh soul training method. But the first step, Shadowfire Soul Thread, needs a normal or blazing young flame to refine your soul flame. Then burn your mind to force out the soul's original soul thread. Zhao Zhuan grins mischievously and tells you your heart flame is a blazing young fire. Just stay pure and you can train it. You shake your head fast, flat out refusing that suggestion, which makes Zhao Zhuan tease you, even revealing Gaian's secret curse on Zunner. Exposing the secret spell Gaian placed on Zunner, you confidently say, you'll find a flame to cultivate this skill. For the next month and a half, Zhao Zhuan and Yao Lao put you through brutal training. You grind your battle energy and body, with both the burning sun art and pills helping out. Your cultivation soars like a rocket. You blast your way up to peak 9-star fighter, just one step from master level. In the blink of an eye, the Zhao clan's grandest coming-of-age ceremony ever arrives on schedule. Early in the morning, you open the door, see Zhao Yan waiting outside, and Zunner, more graceful than ever. The 3 of you exchange smiles and walk together to the already packed family plaza. On the high stage, Zhao Zan, beaming with pride, chats with the visiting Mittel and the top auctioneer, Yafei, from the auction house. Once all the rituals end, Zhao Zan stands up suddenly, his booming voice echoing across the ceremony. Now the final test begins. Final test. The ultimate assessment before the Zhao clan coming of age. For testing duties, ordinary clan members are replaced by the second elder, a 2-star master, showing how much the Zhao clan values this test. All eyes on you. You, Zhao Yan, and Zuer just get to the plaza. When someone claps you on the shoulder, you turn around. Turns out it's your second brother, Zhao Li, who's been off leading mercenaries all year. He laughs heartily, planning to comfort you 2 losers, but then senses Zhao Yan has 8 levels of Do Qi, and you just made it back to fighter level. So shocked his eyes almost pop out. The test begins. Zhao Yan lives up to expectations. Everyone stares in awe. As he tests at level 8 Do Qi, Zhao Zan laughs excitedly. Yafei gives a well-timed compliment and tosses Zhao Yan a playful wink. Zhao Ning, from the elder's side, just hides in the crowd, sulking with jealousy. You're just a 3-star fighter. Zhao Yu scolds herself for having such a useless little brother. Next, Zhao Yi. You step up calmly, placing your palm on the magic testing stone. In an instant, a blinding, sun-like light bursts out, shooting up to the sky. When the light fades away, 4 big golden characters lit up on the stone tablet. 9-star fighter. The whole place went dead silent. No one could believe their eyes. A month and a half ago, you were just a 3-star fighter. Now you've shot up to 9 stars. The Grand Elder lost his composure and rushed onto the stage. He thought there was something wrong with the test tablet. Zhao Zan's face darkened. The pressure of a 5-star Grand Master burst out. He sternly ordered the Grand Elder to step back. That saved the Zhao family's reputation. The test is over. Zhao Zan announced the start of the challenge round. Now you're facing a 9-star fighter. All the young people went totally silent. Even Zhao Ning, who was bragging earlier, shrank back like a quail. Right at that moment, Zhao Li jumped onto the stage, laughing. I'm up, Zhao Zan just tried to stop you. But he ended up smiling and let you go. Zhao Li challenged you to take his 10 moves. The power of his 2-star thunder attribute burst out instantly. He became a streak of lightning.
He swung his black spear at you.
You didn't back down at all. With your sharp soul sense way beyond your level, you easily caught his movement. Dragon Abyss Break Formation. The spear shot out like a dragon into the sea. Your fierce spear skills forced Yao Li to fall back again and again. People below kept gasping in shock. Driven to desperation, Zhao Li finally used his real move. Ultimate Thunder Fox Triple Dance. Thunder Strike combined with the scene. He turned into a raging thunder serpent and attacked. Your eyes turned sharp. Red fighting energy surged wildly. Awakening of Dragon Abyss. A deafening dragon's roar rang out. In a flash, a red crescent with a dragon's shadow burst forth. It howled across the ring and crashed into the thunder serpent. Blinding light exploded on the stage, right at the moment of impact. The fighting energy inside you that was held back erupted like a volcano. Bro, please stand guard for me. You planted your spear in the ground and sat cross-legged on the spot. You could barely hide your excitement in your voice. I'm going to break through. Zhao Li held his spear, watching as you sat with your eyes closed. His jaw nearly dropped to the floor. Man, you can even break through in a fight. Fighter, your talent is unreal. Zhao Li complained out loud, but his actions were honest. He gripped his black spear tightly and stood like a tower next to you, guarding you. Zhao Zan, Zhao Yan, and Zunner saw this, and all jumped onto the stage, protecting you in the center. Zhao Zan quickly announced the ceremony was over, and cleared out the guests. No one knows how long passed. Your swirling red aura slowly calmed down. You opened your eyes slowly, feeling your energy growing much stronger. You whispered, "So this is a real fighter. What a strange feeling." Zhao Zan nodded excitedly again and again. He said the Zhao family might really return to Jiama Holy City. He also encouraged Zhao Yan to keep training. You and Zhao Yan shared a smile. No words were needed. That night, you went back to the cave, faced with Zhao Zhuan's question about your future. You firmly said you'd leave Wutan City to look for the heavenly flame. Only by getting it can your alchemy skills improve fast, and your real training can begin. Flame Soul is supreme. Zhao Zhuan sighs about how hard it is to find heavenly flames. He remembers subduing 3 heavenly flames back in the day. Yin-Yang Twin Flames, Furious Dragon Flame, and Volcano Experiment. You secretly gripe that these aren't ranked very high, but Zhao Zhuan scolds you right away when you confidently mention Jianan Academy. And the Fallen Heart Flame. Zhao Zhuan's eyes go wide in shock. He just can't figure out how a kid from some backwater town could even know that the 14th ranked heavenly flame is sealed at the bottom of the Jianan Academy Tower. After your convincing talk, Zhao Zhuan finally agrees to go with you. But before leaving, you decide to find the Zhao family a bodyguard. Early the next morning, you say goodbye to Zhao Zan and head alone into the Magic Beast mountain range. With Zhao Zhuan's spirit boosting you, your battle aura takes shape, and you race deep into the mountain range. As soon as you land, the wild aura of the 6th rank Magic Beast, the purple gold-winged Lion King, locks onto you. Bold human, how dare you trespass on my territory? The huge purple gold-winged Lion King hovers in midair, looking down at you with disdain. You smile and offer a deal with purple spirit crystals. But the Lion King just laughs and attacks mercilessly. The familiar blood-red ancestral mark appears on your forehead. Battle Master, Grandmaster. Battle Spirit, Battle King. Your aura just rockets up non-stop, breaking right through to Battle Sect. The Lion King is so scared it's about to lose its soul. He surrenders on the spot. You don't waste a word. With overwhelming force, you force the Lion King to hand over all the purple spirit crystals and swear to protect the Zhao family for 3 years in shame. After the Lion King flees in panic, Zhao Zhuan's soul withdraws. Your whole body feels like it's falling apart from the pain. That's the price for borrowing half-step Battle Emperor power, dragging your tired self down the mountain. You suddenly hear something moving in the grass ahead. You carefully summon Longyuan Array spear and sneak over. Wow, Calamity Physique! It's crazy to find such a rare body in a small place like this. Zhao Zhuan's voice rings in your mind. Your heart skips a beat. Little Dr. Feria, slender figure in a gray cloak, turns around cautiously. Who? You step slowly out of the bush, put away your spear, and show a friendly smile. Don't be scared, miss. My name is Xiao Yi. I'm just lost. Seeing the warmth in your clear eyes. Little Dr. Fairy actually relaxes a bit. He gives you a slight smile, and even offers to take you down the mountain. He notices your chaotic meridians, and warmly invites you to Kingshan Town, so he can help treat you. Kingshan Town sits at the base of the Magic Beast mountain range. Most folks here hunt beasts, or pick herbs for a living. Little Dr. Fairy is the town's most respected healer. He's not only skilled, but also has a kind heart. With his help, you safely leave the mountain range and arrive at Universal Medicine Hall. While brewing up a tonic to help your body, he quietly tries to figure you out. You just smile and dodge his questions, but when you drink his bitter medicine, you can't help but spit it out. Little Dr. Fairy actually laughs at your sorry state. He jokes about how hard he worked to gather those herbs. With his beautiful, pure face, your heart stirs. You quickly offer to go herb hunting with him tomorrow as payback, and you promise you can totally protect him. He sees you're young, but brave enough to enter the Magic Beast mountain range alone and come out unscathed. Clearly, you've got skills. So he nods in agreement. Next morning, you two just walk out of Universal Medicine Hall when the Wolfhead mercenary crew blocks your way. Deputy Leader Mu Li is extra arrogant and tries to show you who's boss. Where'd this country bumpkin come from? Are you even grown yet? You got a lot of nerve running your mouth. Mu Li sneers and grabs at you. You don't even look back and release your Battlemaster aura. He's instantly forced back several steps. So strong. The whole place goes dead silent. In a remote town like Kingshan, a teen Battlemaster is almost like a freak. Mu Li looks terrified, but he won't give up. He calls for his father, Mu Shi, a 2-star Battlemaster, to back him up. You slowly turn around. Your killing intent locks straight on him. 2-star Battlemaster? You tell him, will your old man kill me first? Or will I waste you, a 7-star battle practitioner? Mu Li freezes in fear, totally silent now. Little Dr. Fairy doesn't want trouble, and quietly urges you to leave. But you know the meaning of no loose ends, and secretly put the Wolfhead mercs on your hit list. You head into the Magic Beast mountain range again. Your powerful spirit sense really helps. A 3rd-rank beast, the red ice snake, tries to sneak up on you. But before it gets close, you blast it with your Longyuan Array spear blazing with pure sunstar fire. 1 hit, instant kill. Not even time for a scream, it turns to ashes. When he sees how clean you do it, Little Dr. Fairy's beautiful eyes sparkle. The two of you press on. While resting from herb picking, you naturally pull out a scarf and gently wipe his forehead sweat. This sudden closeness makes this pure-hearted healer blush instantly. His heart races and he dodges away. You chuckle softly, and using your story knowledge, lead him straight to a steep cliff. Move aside a large branch, and a hidden cave shows up right in front of you. There's a cave here. Little Dr. Fairy cries out. You just smile, spread your arms wide, and say, come on, I'll take you treasure hunting. Seeing your strong chest, Little Dr. Fairy blushes all the way to his ears, but tempted by rare herbs, he finally hugs your neck. Arms light and gentle. Warmth fills your embrace. You wrap your arm around his slim waist and jump off together. Over the cliff, you stab your Longyuan Array spear deep into the rocks. You control your battle aura to slow your fall, holding your companion close. You feel his grip tighten in nerves. You can even smell a faint fragrance in his hair. Once you hit the ground, Little Dr. Fairy quickly pulls away. You hide your playful gaze and focus on the dark cave in front. You know, that golden lotus demon and the fire remnant map are right inside. You gently grab Little Dr. Fairy's soft hand and walk through the cave's darkness. At the end stands a stone door glowing a dim yellow light, blocking the way. No way forward. You murmur softly, Before little Dr. Fairy can check it out, your right fist glows bright red, and you shout, "Battle key, break it!" With a loud shout, you throw a punch. The heavy stone gate, under the terrifying strength of a 2-star dough fighter, collapses with a crash. Rocks fly everywhere. Zhao Yixian looks on in shock. You just smile calmly. You use the simplest and most direct way to show what it means for a pebble to pass through the stone gate. Suddenly, everything opens up before your eyes. An ancient tomb chamber appears before the two of you. A skeleton is seated on a chair in the center. On a stone platform in front, 3 stone boxes are lined up. Gold and silver treasures glitter in the corner. But both you and Zhao Yixian are drawn to the flower bed on the other side. Snow lotus, violet, and salvia roots. So many rare herbs here. You instantly recognize these valuable spiritual plants, which makes Zhao Yixian admire you even more, the young dough fighter and alchemist. She's even more impressed. Suddenly, both your eyes lock onto a strange white and red grass. Ice spirit flame grass. That's the main ingredient for refining a 5th grade lotus snow pill. A must for taming a heavenly flame. Zhao Yixian is clearly tempted. But since you led her to this place, she gives the ice spirit flame grass to you. You don't stand on ceremony. You thank her and carefully store it away. All the other herbs you leave for her. Then you head straight for the skeleton. With your knowledge of the story, you quickly reach for a yellowed, torn scroll at its waist. The scroll really is here. Trying to stay calm, you put the demonic fire map fragment away. The bones, losing support, fall apart instantly. You casually find 3 black keys. You open the 3 stone boxes on the platform. Rainbow Venom Manual Advanced Dough Technique. Purple Cloud Wings and Lion's Roar Advanced Dough Techniques. You give the Rainbow Venom Manual to Zhao Yixian, who looks thrilled. You take the other 2 techniques for yourself with a clear conscience. Right then, Zhao Zhuan's shocked voice explodes in your mind. Kid, there's a dormant aura on that scroll. You tense up. You know he means the ancestor Zhao Chun, who searched for the heavenly flame alone, for the Zhao clan, but ended up as a sacrifice to the purifying lotus demon flames furnace. You don't explain further. You and the treasure-laden Zhao Yixian use the Dragon Abyss spear to scale the cliff. You arrive back in Kingshan town safely. Late at night, you go alone to the mountain outside town. You call out Zhao Zhuan, as he tells you about his brotherhood with Zhao Chen from 1,000 years ago. You swear with confidence that one day you'll gather all the fragments, find the purifying lotus demon flame, and uncover Zhao Qian's fate. Your bold oath makes the once half-step Dough Emperor feel comforted. The next morning, you're still sleeping. The door to your room is suddenly kicked open. Mu Li shows up with his father, the 2-star Dough Master Mu Shi, and dozens of elite wolf-head mercenaries. They have you surrounded. Father, that's the brat, the one who humiliated us yesterday. The wolf-head mercenaries, led by Mu Li, shout at you viciously. Mu Shi glares at you coldly. So young yet already a Dough Master. You do have talent. 2 bad geniuses always have short lives. Little fairy doctor rushed over. She stood in front of you, furious, trying to use her reputation to make Mu Shi back off. But Mu Shi just sneered. He said as long as he crippled your doki and made you kneel before the wolf-head mercenary group to beg forgiveness, he'd spare your life. You, a measly 2-star doshi, are nothing. You immediately pulled little fairy doctor behind you, your eyes filled with murderous intent. Long Yuan battle spear appeared instantly in your hand. The spear blazed with raging, red dough ki. Kill him, Mu Li roared, faking bravado. Dozens of mercenaries charged, shouting. You let out a cold snort. Your spear lashed out like a dragon, leaving a flash of crimson light. A sickening crack of bones filled the air. Mu Li and those mercenaries were instantly blasted to the ground by the wild dough ki. Cries of agony rang out. Mu leader, come face me yourself. You shot up from the ground, turning into a red beam headed for Mu Shi. On the Longyuan battle spear, a fierce phantom dragon head roared out. Longyuan is coming. Gigi. Arrogant brat. Mu Shi grinned wickedly and drew his broadsword. Green dough ki surged around him. He unleashes Xuan-rank blade dance technique and slashed right at your spear. No Hall of Soul strength, but acting just like them. Your eyes turn icy. holding nothing back. Scarlet doe key, with pure young heart fire, wrapped the spear, crushing forward unstoppably, and smashed right through Mushi, and the blades of green energy flying everywhere. You grabbed little fairy doctor, and left that bloody place without looking back. The death of the Mu father and son made little fairy doctor feel grateful toward you. Appreciation grew in her eyes, even a deep unspoken reliance. Her face flushed. She gathered courage to ask to learn alchemy from you. Seeing her shy look, and knowing the terrifying potential of her poisonous body, you instantly agreed. In the inner realm, Zhao Zhuan scolded you for being distracted by women, but you just smiled awkwardly, and set out for Wooten City with little fairy doctor. Wooten City, with Jia Lai and Elaba families gone, the Zhao family was at its peak. Just as you and little fairy doctor entered the hall, you caught Zhao Yan's excited eyes. You saw he had broken through to fight her, so you smiled and patted his shoulder, then introduced little fairy doctor to him. The hall was especially lively today. Canaan Academy's recruiting tutor Ruolin was sitting at the VIP table. Zhao Yu was pushing her crippled brother Zhao Ning, but Ruolin politely declined. The scene got awkward. Zhao Zan saw that, and revealed the family's true trump card. He was about to step forward. His 6-star fighter power amazed Ruolin. She immediately admitted him. Then you calmly walked out as a doshi. Ruolin jumped to her feet, staring hard at you, her eyes full of excitement and disbelief. In this remote little city, such a young doshi was hidden. Then Zhao Zan revealed matter-of-factly that you and Zhao Yan advanced at rocket speed. Ruolin was so shocked she almost dropped her teacup. 1 year. From first stage dozi key to 1-star fighter. From fighter to doshi. Such insane talent. Even in Canaan Academy, it's almost unheard of. I'll take all 3 of them for Canaan Academy. Roland's voice trembled with excitement, but Zhao Yan shocked everyone by refusing. The opportunity everyone dreams of. Zhao Zan was surprised, but seeing his son's resolute look, he still chose to support him. Ruolin felt regret, but put all her hopes on you. You smiled and agreed to enroll, but asked for one condition. Let little fairy doctor join as well. Ruolin didn't even ask who she was, and said yes without hesitation. Her double standards made Zhao Yu secretly grit her teeth, while Zunner, who'd been watching you, gazed at the pure and beautiful fairy doctor beside you. And in her clear eyes, a faint emotion flickered by. Late at night, after settling little fairy doctor in, you headed with Zhao Yin back to the familiar mountains. Still confused, Zhao Yan asked you. You looked to the stars, and smiled mysteriously. Everyone has their own path. There's something I must get at Canaan Academy. Hearing that, medicine elder on Zhao Yan's side trembled, and instantly realized you meant the fallen heart flame trapped under the tower. But he could never guess. Your ambitions go way beyond that. Fallen heart flame under the Canaan Academy tower, the Tush Valley Cave Mansion, and the ancient dragon emperor Ju Kun. It's all in your plans. Yeah, Zhao Yan looked up at the stars, eyes determined. Since it's my choice, I'll stick to it no matter what. You patted his shoulder, and made your 3-year promise. Don't worry. 3 years later at Yunlin Sect, I'll fight by your side, and bring justice for the Zhao family. Night fell deeply. You went back to training. Zhao Zhuan's soul appeared easily, and started mocking you right away, bringing back little fairy doctor, and making Zunner jealous.
Even.
Pointing out your crafty intentions for both girls, and warning you about the poisonous body. He hit the nail on the head, so you just sighed helplessly. Suddenly, Zhao Zhuan's gaze turned sharp, and he shouted, "Since you're here, why not show yourself?" Your heart skipped a beat. You saw Zhao Zhuan release a terrifying, suffocating aura. A shadow was instantly forced out, and knelt on the floor, trembling. Junior Lingyin begs for mercy, elder. You instantly realized.
He was the Do vanguard sent by the Jiyu clan for Zunner.
Zhao Zhuan saw through Ling Yin's origins, and even called out the Jiyu clan directly, and questioned if they were after the Tushbone and the underworld. Such bold words and deep soul power made Ling Yin guess in terror the elder's true identity. Former Zhao clan chief from 1,000 years ago, half-step Do Emperor Zhao Zhuan. You pleaded for him, so Zhao Zhuan withdrew his aura, and coldly warned Ling Yin never to reveal his presence, ordering him back to the Jiyu clan. Watching Ling Yin flee, you understood Zhao Zhuan wouldn't tolerate anyone acting like the Dark Soul clan. The next morning, Zunner knocked early on your door, trying to find out about little fairy doctor. You brushed her off, calling her a close friend. Zunner was half convinced, but smart enough not to press. In the hall, Ruolin was preparing to depart. Zhao Yu still wanted Zhao Ning to join the academy, but was gently refused by Ruolin. But when she faces you, Roland's attitude does a 180. She greets you with a big smile. She even asks if your aunt can skip ahead and enroll early. She agrees right away. Zhao Yu bites her lip, jealous. You say goodbye to Zhao Yan. The 3-year promise is reset. Then you leave with little Dr. Fairy and Zunner. You all follow Ruolin and get on the carriage to Jianan Academy. On the long road ahead, Zhao Zhuan suddenly tells you, Ling Yin has vanished. You have a hunch he went to warn the Jiyu clan. You're even worried he might bring over Jiyu Yuan, a 9-star Do saint. But Zhao Zhuan just smiles to reassure you. If Jiyu Yuan really comes, it might actually be a huge chance for you. The convoy enters the dangerous Black Corner region. Ruolin warns everyone to stay alert again and again. You lift the curtain of the carriage, looking at this chaotic place where the strong prey on the weak. You secretly decide you'll come back here one day. After all, the purifying Lotus demonic flame map is still here, along with Hanfeng Diaolao's traitor. Finally, the towering buildings of Jianan Academy appear in the distance. Just as you enter the academy, you all bump into the granddaughter of Dean Huqian. She's known as the little demoness Hujia. When Ruolin proudly introduces you as a 1-star Do fighter, this genius girl, a 9-star Do practitioner, clearly doesn't believe it at all. After settling in, you lie alone on your bed in the freshman dorm. Inside, a red light flashes. Zhao Zhuan's figure slowly appears. His deep gaze seems to pierce through all the buildings, fixing right on the center of the inner court. It's that sky-high Heaven's Tomb key-refining tower. He sounds pretty amazed. Jianan Academy. No wonder you insisted on coming here. Turns out they're really suppressing the fallen heart flame. He pauses a moment, his eyes growing serious, like he's seeing something terrifying underground. Besides that, it seems you've got your eye on even more incredible opportunities. Next morning, the outer court plaza is packed. All the new students gather. On stage, Dean Huqian gives a simple speech, then announces the Do Key test room for the new students. The class placement ceremony begins. The tests go smoothly, until Hujia steps up. At age 16, a 9-star Do practitioner, she blows everyone away. She's put straight into the elite class. Next is Wu Hao, full of energy. He also joins the elite class as a 9-star Do practitioner. Up next is Zunner, the steely lights up 7-star Do practitioner. Huqian looks pretty pleased. But when Roland says, the real genius is still coming, that really gets his attention. Next is Zhao Yi. Everyone's watching you with surprise and doubt. You calmly step onto the stage. Your palm touches the stone steely lightly. A blinding light bursts out right away. Zhao Yi, age 17. 1-star Do fighter. You have peak fire attribute Do Ki and go to the elite class. Everyone is shocked. You're the only Doshi here today. Your talent is way above everyone else's. A real genius. When Huqian hears from Ruolin, you took only a year to go from losing your Do-Ki back to the top of Do-Shi. The experienced dean laughed heartily in excitement, exclaiming that Jianan Academy had found another genius. In contrast, although the little fairy doctor skipped the test and entered the physician class directly, in the eyes of the crowd, she was just an appendage to a genius like you. After the testing ended, the honest Wu Hao stepped forward to befriend you. Knowing he was a loyal man, you shook hands gladly. Just then, a snide voice rang out at the wrong time. It was Bai Shan from the lightning class. He arrogantly provoked the 4 from the elite class. The hot-tempered Wu Hao was instantly triggered. He drew his blade to teach him a lesson. You stopped him. Wu Hao stared coldly at Bai Shan, a flash of real killing intent in his eyes. As a Grand 9-star Doji, why prove your strength to 5-star Doji trash? Intimidated by your killing intent, Bai Shan stepped back in fear. He could only mutter some threats before scurrying away in shame. You calmed Wu Hao down and asked to see the Black Corner region. Being warm-hearted, Wu Hao promised it would be no problem. He took you directly to see Law Enforcement Chief Wu Tianlang. Facing the gaze of 3-star Do Huang Wu Tianlang, you remained composed. You asked to join the law enforcement team to hone yourself. Wu Tianlang admired your talent and courage, and readily agreed. Getting the law enforcement token meant you gained the privilege to enter and leave the academy at will. Wu Hao warned you about the Black Corner region, agreeing to take you there tomorrow. You nodded in agreement, but a fire was already burning in your heart. Tomorrow? You couldn't wait a second longer. This chaotic land of slaughter and opportunity, you were going to explore it tonight. How is it impossible? Your cold voice sounded like a death knell. Then a flash of tragic blood-red light, with unstoppable force, instantly pierced Mu Shi's chest. 2-star Do Shi Mu Shi died on the spot. The whole place went silent. Little fairy doctor covered her mouth, her eyes filled with disbelief. She never imagined an alchemist's combat power could be so terrifying. The mercenaries who wanted to fight to the death saw their leader killed instantly and fled in total terror. Only Mu Li remained, kneeling on the ground with weak legs. To save his life, he shamelessly offered to call you Godfather. I have no luck for such a fine son. Go join your father below. You sneered. Dragon Abyss Formation Breaker. The spear pierced Mu Li's heart without hesitation. Eradicate evil completely. That was your first rule for survival on the Do-Ki continent. You turned to the shaken little fairy doctor and comforted her, grateful for her life.
Blushing,
She made a surprising request. She wanted to learn alchemy from you. Naturally, you were more than happy to agree. After all, she was the future sect leader of the poison sect. The woeful poison body, little fairy doctor. Amidst Zhao Zhuan's playful teasing, you took her back to Wu Tan City. At this time, the Zhao family was bustling with excitement due to the arrival of instructor Ruo Lin. When you showed Ruo Lin the strength of a 1-star Do Shi, the experienced instructor was visibly shocked. When you asked to bring the girl along, Ruo Lin didn't even question it and agreed to the special request immediately. On the night before leaving, you and Zhao Yan said goodbye on the back mountain. Facing his confusion about why you were going to the academy, you gazed into the distance. A meaningful smile touched your lips. Because there's something there I must get. The next day, led by Ruo Lin, you, Zunner, and little fairy doctor, set off for Jianan Academy. In the carriage, Zhao Zhuan suddenly told you that Ling Ying, who was secretly protecting Zunner, had vanished. You guessed he might be reporting to the ancient clan. Feeling a hint of worry, Zhao Zhuan comforted you with a smile. If Jiu Yuan really comes, it might be a great opportunity. After a long journey, the convoy finally passed through the chaotic Black Corner region and arrived at Jianan Academy. After settling in, you didn't stay in the dormitory. Using the law enforcement token from Wu Hao, you quietly left the academy and headed for Black Mark City. Inside the Black Mark auction house, you traded a mysterious level high-grade method for a seemingly ordinary low-grade Do technique. Guided by Zhao Zhuan, you burned the surface of the scroll with pure Yan starfire.
inside,
An 8-star Do Zun's ruins map was hidden. With Zhao Zhuan's possession, you briefly gained the terrifying power of a 9-star Do Zong. You rushed to the location on the map. Zhao Zhuan shattered space with a punch, revealing a dark passage to the depths of the ruins. Pushing open the heavy stone gate, you entered the Do Zun's tomb with anticipation. However, except for a scrap metal, the tomb was practically empty. Refusing to give up, you walked to the stone coffin. After Zhao Zhuan broke the seal on it, you couldn't wait to loot it. Besides the white bones of the 8-star Do Zun, there were only 2 things inside. A black scroll of a D-level, ultimate Do technique, the Myriad Streams finger, and a box sealed by green Do key. You happily took the technique and asked Zhao Zhuan to break the box's seal. The moment it opened, a strange fragrance, accompanied by a rich red light, filled the air. Looking closely,
inside,
was a shimmering pale red bead, the inner core of a heaven-poisoned scorpion dragon. Zhao Zhuan recognized it at a glance, with a playful smile crossing his face. Little guy, it seems you're really lucky. Seeing his mysterious smile, you were completely confused. Zhao Zhuan told you, This wasn't an ordinary beast core, but an extremely rare condensation crystal. It could actively draw in and purify natural energy, boosting cultivation speed by 50%. It also contained the beast's primal spirit to help you break through bottlenecks. You were overjoyed. Without hesitation, you put the crystal and the 8-star Do Zun's bones into your inner world. Zhao Zhuan shook his head helplessly, possessed you again, and turned into a red light to return home in time. The next morning at the academy, you rushed to the outer academy square. Principal Hu Qian announced the rules to you 4 elites. Once you reach 7-star Dadoshi, you can join the inner academy selection. If you reach Douling within a year, you'll be admitted automatically, while others saw it as a fantasy. For you, it was a hunt you were destined to win. Leaving the endlessly chatty Wu Hao behind, you head alone into a quiet forest. You sit down cross-legged, clutching the crystal that glows red in your hand. You activate the Xiang Burning Sky technique. In an instant, a rush of ultra-pure fire energy fills the air. It streams into your mouth and nose like rivers flowing into the sea. Your inner energy explodes like a geyser. The barrier shatters with a roar. You jump 2 stars as a 3-star Do Master. Just as you try to stand up, space around you suddenly freezes. The wind stops, the leaves are still. All is silent. A dazzling beam of golden light envelops you, pulling you into a mysterious, isolated space. Zhao Zhuan's spirit slowly appears. A cold smirk curls at his lips. Since you're here, there's no need to hide anymore, is there? The golden light ripples around you. A man in a blue-gold robe, with a timeless aura, crushes the void beneath his feet and strolls toward you. A golden glow swirling around him seems to swallow the world. He radiates an unmatched, commanding presence. Jiu Yuan, 1,000 years old. You're getting more timid with age, Zhao. Shan stands with hands behind his back, his gaze defiant. When you hear that name, your heart pounds violently. Clan leader of the ancient clan. Jiu Yuan, 9-star docent, at his peak. He really was wiped out. Jiu Yuan sighs softly, his brow full of helplessness. Faced with Zhao Zhuan's questions about why he didn't intervene years ago, why he played things safe and stayed out of it, Jiu Yuan can only use his clan's survival as an excuse. You quietly listen from the side, as these 2 titans at the very top of the continent clash over ancient secrets that shaped the land. Jiu Yuan admits frankly, he didn't come for the Tuosha ancient hell. He sensed an old friend had awakened, and came to check it out. Looking at Zhao Zhuan's ghostly form, he gently asks if he wants help coming back to life. Zhao Zhuan lets out a hearty laugh, his eyes carrying 1,000 years of experience and freedom. He says directly, seeing this world again through your body is enough for him. Reviving depends on fate. As he finishes speaking, the 2 powerhouses fall simultaneously into a dead silence. You can keenly sense, behind the silence lies the exhaustion of the continent's very essence, and the utter loss experienced after the Dou emperors disappeared. In the stillness, Jiu Yuan slowly looks away from Zhao Zhuan, those deep eyes that see through reincarnation, fix sharply and suddenly on you. A top 9-star Dosin stares right at you. Your blood runs cold in an instant, and you can't even breathe. Jiu Yuan's gaze feels like it could cut you open bit by bit. He sizes you up. Then suddenly, he reveals a chilling, unsettling smile. Zhao Zhuan, is this the successor you chose? Deep inside him, there's something hidden even I can't decipher. Zhao Zhuan says seriously, kid, that's not just any internal core. It's a very rare condensed essence. It can purify the world's energy and push your cultivation speed up 50%. Plus, it can help you break through your limits.
Hearing about this insane effect,
You were overjoyed. This is better than any direct cultivation cheat code. You took the crystal without hesitation. Even grabbing that 8-star Do Zun skeleton, you claimed it might be useful later, making Zhao Zhuan roll his eyes. Possessed by Zhao Zhuan, you flew back to the academy like a red streak, then crashed onto your bed and fell asleep. The next morning, you arrived at the square just on time as usual. Headmaster Hu Qian was lecturing the 4 elite freshmen. When you heard you must reach Douling in a year to enter the inner academy, he frowned slightly, secretly setting this impossible challenge. After dismissal, Wu Hao approached, winking and teasing you, asking if you went to the Black Corner region for fun. You gave him a cold look, sent him away, and went alone to the back mountains. You couldn't wait to test the crystal. Sitting cross-legged, you gripped it as your cultivation art surged. Instantly, pure fire tribute energy flooded your body like a broken dam. Your meridians filled instantly, and your bottleneck shattered like paper. After an unknown amount of time, you slowly opened your eyes, feeling the doubled ki in your body. You let out an excited growl. 3-star doshi. Up 2 levels at once. Just then, space suddenly froze like a mirror. A blinding golden light swallowed you, taking you to a mysterious space. Zhao Zhuan's soul slowly appeared, a cold smile on his face. A man in an ancient green-gold robe, majestic and divine, stepped through the air. Jiu Yuan, after 1,000 years, you've grown more cowardly. Zhao Zhuan stood with hands behind his back, gazing down with disdain. A peak 9-star Doshang. Clan leader Jiu Yuan was deeply shaken. You watched the two powerhouses clash. Jiu Yuan admitted his purpose, just to visit an old friend, and offer a rank 8 pill to restore soul source. The primal chaos pill, to make up for past guilt. After Jiu Yuan left, Zhao Zhuan looked at the pill in your hand, his voice filled with emotion. He told you that even with some power restored, without a physical body, he could only reach 4-star Dosheng. You immediately promised him to refine a rank 9 pill one day, and rebuild a perfect body for him. Relieved and proud, Zhao Zhuan gave you a strict order. Reach Do Wang from Doshi in 6 months. Only as a Do Wang could you handle the great gift he prepared, the Zhao clan's final Do Di bloodline. You nodded firmly. With the crystal's help, Do Wang in 6 months was no pipe dream. Over the next month, you became a cultivation maniac. With the crystal, Yao Leo's pills, and Zhao Zhuan's personal guidance, your level skyrocketed like a rocket. With a muffled boom, you snapped your eyes open. A layer of solid red key armor appeared on your arms. Dado Master. In just 1 month, you jumped an entire realm. Such insane speed made even Zhao Zhuan praise you. With your powerful Dado Master aura, you arrived just in time again for the elite class's monthly assessment. When Huqian saw your and Zunar's levels, his jaw nearly hit the ground. A month ago, you were a 1-star Doshi and she was a 7-star Doji. Now, one is a genuine Do master, and the other is a 1-star Doshi. This isn't just talent. This is monstrous. The practical exam began. Zunar used her superior combat sense to easily defeat the 1-star Doshi, Hu Jia. When it was your turn against Wu Hao, this usually fearless battle maniac looked at your Dedo master cultivation, raised his hands and shouted to the headmaster, "I forfeit! How can I even fight this?" Huqian scolded Wu Hao. Finally, he called you and Zunar aside. Looking at your monster-like growth, the Outer Academy headmaster finally decided to smile and break his own rules. Your talent is wasted in the Outer Academy. I've decided you'll enter the Inner Academy early. You were thrilled. The plan to take the fallen heart flame could now be moved up. Huqian looked at you and Zunar like you were rare treasures. He broke tradition to recommend you for early entry. The night before leaving, you sat in a secret cave. Zhao Zhuan's figure slowly emerged, nourished by the primal chaos pill. His soul looked as solid as a living person, his eyes shining with deep light. Zhao Zhuan admitted this pill was his current recovery limit to return to his peak. He needed a rank 9 pill and a perfect body. You stood up and solemnly promised to find the world's treasures to revive him, discussing the Inner Academy plan. Zhao Zhuan warned you that refining it as a Dado master would be painful. But seeing your determination to grow strong, he nodded with pride, promising to help at the critical moment. The next day, led by Huqian, you and Zunar entered the Inner Academy. Unlike the Outer Academy, geniuses were everywhere, with even the lowest ranks being Do Ling. When the elders learned that, in 1 month, you jumped from Doshi to Dado Master, their shock turned into pure joy, claiming they had found a treasure. The elder led you to the blazing sky refining tower. The dark tower was halfway underground, emitting terrifyingly hot energy. After getting your fire gold card, you said goodbye to Zunner and entered the tower alone. As soon as you stepped in, a wisp of invisible white mist slithered into your body like a snake. The heart fire began to burn. A dizzying feeling like falling into an abyss hit you instantly. Don't panic, little guy. Circulate your ki to penetrate it. This is a perfect chance to refine your ki. Zhao Zhuan's voice guided you. You endured the pain and followed his lead, realizing that under the mist's baptism, your ki was becoming incredibly solid. At that moment, the tower's plaza was crowded with students. They saw you, a new face, trembling, your skin turning bright red, and began to mock you. Another reckless freshman. He didn't even guard against the heart fire. As the crowd watched coldly, a girl in a purple dress, a cold silver-haired senior, pushed through. It was the top-ranked expert Han Yu. Han Yu looked at your shaking body, her brow furrowing slightly. He coldly scolded those around him, saying it's wrong to mock the newcomer.
He immediately sent someone to call the Tower Guardian Elder.
Moments later, the Tower Guardian Elder rushed over. He saw you being burned by the heart flame for nearly 10 minutes. He let out a heavy sigh. A streak of yellow battle energy gathered at his fingertip. He got ready to step in by force, trying to help you out of the crisis. But then, right as his finger was about to touch your forehead, Zhao Zhuan let out a cold snort deep inside your mind.
Buzz.
A bright red mark flashed on your forehead. A raging soul shockwave exploded instantly. The Tower Guardian Elder was caught off guard. He was actually blasted backward by this terrifying power, thrown several yards away. He hit the ground hard. The whole place became dead silent. Han Yu's beautiful eyes narrowed. Her face was full of shock. This young man was at the great fighter level. But inside him was hidden a soul pressure even the Do Emperor Elder couldn't withstand. The Tower Guardian Elder got up in embarrassment. His old face turned bright red. He could only awkwardly excuse himself, telling you to hold out a bit longer. 15 minutes? Then 20 minutes? When you finally opened your eyes, a domineering red battle energy swept across the arena. You managed to last 20 minutes. You broke the inner courtyard's all-time record. You politely thanked the elder and introduced yourself, hearing that Tu Qian recommended you. The elder's face broke into a big smile.
He couldn't stop praising you.
Han Yu also came forward slowly at this point. Those long legs hidden under black stockings stepped out with elegance. She took the initiative to reach out to you, a newcomer who joined by special recommendation. Zhao Yi, I'm Han Yu from the Moon Spirit Gang. Want to get to know each other? You responded politely. Han Yu said goodbye to the elders and prepared to go train at the higher levels. The Tower Guardian Elder turned to look at you. His eyes had a bit of curiosity. Kid, what about you? Which floor are you planning to try?
Tower Guardian Elder.
Elder Liu. Saw you were interested in the 6th floor, where Han Yu trains. Seemed pretty interested. He smiled a bit. Told you the cost for training on the 6th floor. You'd need 6 days of meals. You were surprised inside. Looks like in the inner courtyard. Fire energy is the real hard currency. When you tried to check him out with soul power, a wild, invisible fire rushed into your vision, almost made you lose your mind. Zhao Zhuan shouted in time, pulling you back to reality. He warned you that the fallen star rock at the tower's base had gained intelligence. It's extremely dangerous. You have to level up fast. You know well that to quickly get fire energy, copying scriptures and cleaning the tower just won't cut it. You set your sights on the most passionate place in the inner courtyard, the fastest place to grab resources, the arena. The arena was packed and loud. A dark-skinned guy, holding a giant spiked club, was showing off, waving a pure fire gold card, calling out challenges. You felt intrigued. A pure fire gold card means at least 200 days of fire energy. Ignoring the mocking stares around you, you jumped up. The ring was full of Zhao Yi's intent, focused on becoming a great fighter, and challenged a senior for 60 days of fire energy. As soon as you said that, everyone burst into laughter. Your opponent was the famous 5-star battle champion, Chen Kui, Earth-type battle energy, renowned for his unstoppable defense. In his eyes, you're just an easy target. The fight erupted instantly. Chen Kui charged in like a raging bull. His mace smashed down with force to shatter the stage. You move like a ghost. Your Longyuan breaking spear sliced through the air, leaving a trail of red shadows. Faced by the level difference, you didn't rush to attack. Instead, you waited for him to slip up. Chen Kui was furious,
He unleashed his basic Earth-grade skill, Earth Splitter.
trying to crush the arena. A storm of debris and earth element battle energy swept across. There was nowhere to hide. Your eyes turned sharp. Fire flashed in your pupils. Longyuan destruction technique. The first move, Longyuan awakens. The power of earth-grade skill crashed down. On your spear, a golden dragon illusion burst forth. A thunderous dragon roar shook the arena. It tore Chen Kui's earth wall to pieces. A red blade of energy swept across. Chen Kui's prized battle energy armor was shredded like paper,
His whole body,
was sent flying by the overwhelming force. He landed on one knee.
his face full of fear.
You put your spear away in acceptance. In the dead silence, you received the 60 days of fire energy Chen Kui owed. You now held a fortune of 67 days fire energy. Without hesitation, you headed straight for the 4th floor of the Heaven's Forge Tower. In a quiet cultivation room, you took out the heavenly poison scorpion dragon essence. Powered by double cheats, you dove into an 11-day training frenzy. When you finally opened your eyes, your battle energy was thick as liquid. A red armor of battle energy covered your body. 6-star Battle Master. You felt the surge of power inside. A smile tugged at your lips. In just 10 days, you'd leveled up 5 times. But as you stepped out of the dark tower, feeling proud, the whispers around you froze your smile. That new student, Zhao Zunner, seems to be targeted by the Bai Gang. They're blocking him every day. You know well how Bai Gang operates. Pretty freshman girls never get out unscathed. Your body shuddered slightly. A chilling vibe flashed in your eyes, making anyone's spine tingle. Bai Gang, you clenched your fist, making your knuckles crack. You didn't waste a second. You became a streak of red light, rushing toward the freshman square. Right then, in the square, Zunner was surrounded by a group of intimidating Bai Gang members. They trapped her in a circle. The leader grinned with a sinister look, advanced step by step. His tone was full of threat, trying to force Zunner to join Bai Gang. Zunner's gaze was icy cold. She said a crisp, "No." Fu Ao's face changed instantly. Blue water energy surged around him. Can't even respect a warning? Fine, let's do this the hard way. Boom! Your Longyuan breaking spear fell from the sky like a meteor, slamming down right in front of Fu Ao's feet. A surge of energy rippled out. You appeared in a flash, landing beside your spear. Your voice was cold as ice. Zunner said to get lost. Don't you understand plain language? When Fu Ao realized you were just a 6-star battle master, he laughed in anger. He arrogantly summoned his trident. He's at the peak of 1-star battle spirit. He thinks his water attribute naturally counters your fire. Zunner worriedly tried to help you, but you smiled back confidently, telling her to stay back. The fight was about to start. Fu Ao swung his trident, summoning waves beneath his feet. Several chilling water arrows shot at you. You let out a cold snort. Fire covered your body instantly. Blood-red flames shot up. They turned the arrows into mist. Water beats fire? Too bad my fire burns trash like you. You move like a ghost through the mist. Your Longyuan breaking spear flared with a hot arc of light. You appeared behind Fu Ao out of nowhere. You stabbed forward, but his thick, blue battle energy armor blocked it. Fu Ao tried to mock you, but the red mark on your forehead flashed quietly. Destruction technique, first move. Longyuan awakens, drawing ancestor energy in an instant. A huge golden dragon roared out. It collided with his 4 energy sharks. With a thunderous crash, under the pressure of Earth-grade skill, the blue sharks collapsed like paper. Fu A let out a despairing scream. Just as the dragon was about to devour Fu Ao, a white-haired elder appeared from thin air. He easily blocked a fatal blow. That's enough. This ends here. The elder turned around, with sharp, cloudy eyes locked onto you. Full of uncontrollable excitement. I'm the Fire Elder from the Alchemy Division. Old you was right. You're truly a once-in-a-lifetime talent. To recruit you to alchemy, the Fire Elder warned Bai Gang in public, saying they can't cause any more trouble. He even offered an insane deal: 200 days of fire energy per month to reach battle spirit faster. Enter the inner academy and conquer the falling star rock. You agreed right away. You followed the fire elder into the grand alchemy hall and tested your soul power in front of everyone. The soul stone burst out with a light never seen before. Late mortal realm. The fire elder's face turned red with excitement. When you summoned a solid blood red heart flame, the elder went wild. No external help needed. Heart flame grade 4 alchemist, that's genius material. To see it for himself, the fire elder personally prepared grade 4 pill materials for the energy gathering pill. You took a deep breath. Your finger twitched. Red starfire carefully warmed the cauldron. Leaves, lotus, snake saliva, water attribute magic box. Your eyes focused. Soul power weaved like web, controlling every bit of heat. Flames blazed, and the scent of medicine thickened. The fire elder watched, amazed, as you guided the wild energy into a gentle gather. Moments later, the flames died out. A round, clear white pill sat quietly in the cauldron. The elder was speechless, stunned for a long time. He knew that smooth series of pill-making moves almost rivaled him, the division elder, in skill. Under the elder's stunned gaze, you stored the top-grade orange energy-gathering pill. He was flushed with excitement and declared you a core alchemy student, not only giving you the top-tier purple fire card of the inner academy, but also advanced you 1,000 days fire energy. Holding massive fire energy, you headed straight for Heaven's Forge Tower. Elder Liu watches as you return. He was going to stop you, but the moment he saw the purple fire gold card, he was left absolutely speechless. Your target is clear. You move through the crowd using oxygen. You head straight to the 6th floor, where only the strongest are allowed. There you run into the cool and beautiful senior Han Yu. She's shocked that in just 10 days, you've gone from a 1-star fighter all the way up to 6-star at an insane speed. She even gives up her own training room for you. You step inside. The intensity of the fallen heart flame's heat spikes here. Xiao Zhuan appears and shields you. You won't leave the tower until you beat Douling. You grip the sky poison scorpion dragon essence tightly, frenziedly absorbing the thick fire energy in the air. Just at the crucial moment of your 9-star fighter breakthrough, your fighting energy boils like magma inside. Tiny red crystals seep from your skin. Second level of Supreme Yang Burning Sky technique. You break through the Meridian's fusion stage. Xiao Zhuan quickly drops the shield, letting the heart flame burn your body. You endure the agony as your meridians are burnt away and painfully rebuilt. You hold out like this for 3 whole days. When the red crystals covering you finally shatter like eggshells, golden stripes flash across your skin. Rebuilt meridians let your energy flow like lightning. The former barrier between realms shatters. Now to Douling with single-minded intent. You feel power as vast as the ocean within. Your body is nearly as strong as a Do Wang. Xiao Zhuan reminds you, the fallen heart flame is about to hit its weak period after raging. That's your best shot to tame it. As soon as you walk out the Black Tower, Bai Banks Fu Ao and boss Bai Cheng block the door. Bai Cheng, a cocky 4-star Douling, thrusts his spear at your throat. Your eyes go cold. You calmly clamp the spear with 2 fingers, then suddenly use force, using the monstrous strength from your rebuilt meridians, and shatter his spear. Bai Cheng is terrified. Just as he's about to fight back, a purple figure comes crashing down like a comet, smashing him deep into the ground. Violent lowly Ziyan with twin ponytails stands with hands on hips, her big sparkling eyes fixed on you, but suspicious drool drips from her mouth. You're Zhao Yi, the one who made that top-tier gathering key powder. Come with me. I'll watch your back from now on. You just make me spirit stones. With Bai Bang watching in terror, this little monster who grabbed the number 1 spot drags you all the way to the alchemy room. An incense stick later, 3 aromatic rookie pills are done. Ziyan pops them in her mouth like candy, smiling in bliss and patting her flat chest. If anyone messes with you, she beat them up. You look at this silly girl from the ancient Taixu dragon clan, her adorable, goofy look, and start plotting with Ziyan's powerful protection. With the fallen star words soon in hand, the inner academy is destined to become Zhao's. Faced with Ziyan's childish threats and promises, You can't help but laugh. After sending off this violent senior, you don't go back to rest in your dormitory. Instead, using your law enforcement badge, you sneak into the remote back hills of the inner academy again. The ranking tournament is coming. A one-star Do spirit is enough to stand out among the freshmen. But in front of the maniacs who live in the Sky Tomb all year, and the crazy ones in the Alchemy Tower, you're still not steady enough. You pull out the scroll. The black scroll from the Dozan ruins. Zhao Xuan's figure materializes with it. Faced with your ancestors' teasing, you admit your fighting style is too simple. You badly need the top-tier Do technique Myriad Streams Converge Finger to cover your weaknesses. Zhao Xuan studies the scroll carefully, and once it's safe, motions for you to focus your mind into the scroll's space. Heaven and earth are vast and boundless. You hover your finger in the air, breathing in and out, drawing in all the chaotic energies around you. This isn't just brute forcing Doki, but using the force of nature. At first, the energy vortex spins out of control like a wild horse, breaking apart again and again, making your fingertips sting. But after many dull and painful tries, your eyes sharpen. Your fingertips suddenly thrust forward. A sword-like beam shoots out, slicing the air, and makes a sharp shrieking sound. A small mountain in the distance collapses in an instant from your strike. Zhao Zhuan sees this and nods in approval. He says outright, this move makes you unbeatable in the bronze mirror. You can't lose. While you and Zhao Zhuan chat about heaven-grade Do techniques, a wild roar bursts out from behind the ruins. Sensing it, Zhao Zhuan discovers it's a 5th-tier magic beast. You realize immediately, it's the guardian of the sacred creek, the blood fiend celestial ape that produces earth heart marrow milk. Your eyes burn with excitement. You start to ask your ancestor to set up a formation, but Zhao Zhuan grins wickedly and flicks his finger, and just sends you straight under the wild giant ape. With white fur and terrifying fangs, faced with a powerful berserk beast as strong as a Do king, you can't dodge. You can only brace your spear, stand your ground, and unleash the Longyuan break formation spear, showing its awakening power, combining it with your new Myriad Streams Converge finger. As the giant ape rains down blows, you almost get killed. Your Doki is almost exhausted. At the key moment, Zhao Zhuan steps forward, and with just a cold glance tears open the void, instantly tearing the raging ape apart. Panting, you cut open the beast's corpse, at first searching for the demon core, but instead stumble upon a cluster of white flames with a red glow. Zhao Zhuan is shocked to find that, after all these years, the blood fiend celestial ape has created a unique beast flame of both ice and fire. It's not as dominant as heavenly flame, but it looks a lot like the ancient Ling cold fire about to die out. With Zhao Zhuan's help, you imprint it with your soul, turning it into a white flame pulsing in your palm. It's just a beast flame, but it's your very first step towards conquering a real heavenly flame. Once you've calmed down, you leap into the bottomless canyon. Guided by Zhao Zhuan, you find the celestial ape's underground nest. On a massive stalactite, crystal clear spirit liquid drips down slowly. Zhao Zhuan waves out a red blade, cutting open the outer layer of the stalactite, and the purest earth marrow milk bursts out with amazing energy. Following Zhao Zhuan's advice, you take exactly 20 drops, no more, no less. Feeling the power inside the jade vial, you sense it's strong enough to transform your body and bones. A fire of determination flashes in your eyes. With these, claiming your spot on the academy ranking and your place is a done deal. Zhao Yao out.